Yeah, hi there. These comments are for 1310. You are one of my students at California State University, San Bernardino, and you completed the pronunciation final exam for my TOEFL class. So let's hear what you have to say. So if I remember correctly, you're reading 3 passages and then you're going to answer 3 specific questions. And what I will do is I will give you an intelligibility score so you can understand how easy or difficult it is for other people to understand you. I'll also recommend some lessons that you can focus on and study to improve your pronunciation.
When 2 people are talking to each other, they tend to stand a specific distance apart.
Now when you're reading too slowly, you're pausing too much. You're saying when 2 people are reading or talking to each other, they tend to stand but you want to try to group things together in thoughts, ideas, not just separate words. So you might say this: when 2 people are talking to each other, that's 1 pause, they tend to stand a specific distance apart. That's my 2nd pause, as opposed to making as many pauses as you are.
Each person has invisible boundary around his body into which other people may not come. If someone crosses this boundary,
you want to use there, that's pierces this boundary.
He will feel uncomfortable and move away to increase the distance between them. The major exception is family members and other loved ones. This personal distance is not due to body odor or bad breath, but because closeness lends a sense of intimacy that is at odds with the relationship to the other individual. Interestingly, the average personal...
You want to say this interestingly.
Distance varies.
And the stress here is distance, not distance, but distance. So stress is on the first syllable, not the second syllable.
From culture to culture, Americans tend to require more personal space than in other cultures. Therefore, if you try to get too close to an American during your conversation, he or she will feel that you are in his face and will try to back away.
And with the word back, I would say back away. Try to take the K and back and connect that to the first vowel of the next word. So back away.
Try to be aware of this. So if the person to whom you are speaking backs away a little, don't try to close the gap. Also, try to avoid physical contact while you are speaking, since this may also lead to discomfort. Touching is a bit too intimate for casual instances. So
you're having trouble with both of those words there. First word is it's casual. The second word is acquaintances. So casual acquaintances.
Don't put your arm around his shoulder. Don't touch his face or hold his hand. Shaking hands when you intimately meet.
Now usually the TI in the middle of the word, it's more of an SH, so you want to say initially. Initially meet.
Meet or part is acceptable, but this is only momentary.
And the last word there would be momentary.
Questions. Who is your best friend? Why is this person important to you? Use supporting examples. My best friend is my roommate Hamad because he helped me when I need money or when I feel sick. The second question.
Now you said I think you said helped me when I need money, so I think you have present or past versus present tense there, so you want to be consistent in your verb tense usage.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Now, when you talk about who your best friend is, it says, why is this person important to you? You said that your friend helped you when you needed money, but you didn't really give a specific example to help support that. So you're not really demonstrating that you have good control of both basic and advanced vocabulary and grammar. So a native speaker would support those ideas with more examples.
What will you be doing? Be sure to explain your ideas with supporting details.
Again, more detail.
I see myself after 5 years starting my own business,
That's good grammar. I see myself starting my own business. Very good grammar there.
Smart clothing and getting good job in the oil company. Third questions.
Now wait a minute. Now you said starting your own business, you need to support that. You need to explain that a little bit more instead of going to the next question. You want to give yourself some time to develop that particular idea.
What is your favorite season of the year? Fall, winter, spring, or summer? Be as specific as possible. My favorite season is winter because I like the cold weather. Also to visit my family in the vacation.
Alright, so let's take a look now. What I want to do now is I want to give you an intelligibility score so you can have an idea where you are, and then after that I will make some recommendations as to which lessons at my online TOEFL course you can study to help improve. Okay, first of all, your intelligibility score, based on your response, I'm going to put you at about 2.8 out of 7. So you have low intermediate speaking and pronunciation abilities. You're not really using high-level vocabulary or high-level grammar. You're using very, very basic grammar, very basic vocabulary. So you're not able to express your ideas with a lot of depth. Now, the next thing is, what do you do? I mean, how do you get better here? So I think that's part of what I want to do in this video now, is to give you some basic ideas as to how you can improve based on your current level. Okay, let's go to the website. You might want to do this too. Go to the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, my online course. I call it Stealth. So you type in your username and your password. You might want to pause the video. So once you get to my course, I want you to click or go down to the pronunciation part of my course. Okay, so here's what we got. In terms of the pronunciation areas of my course, I recommend that you take a look at the one lesson would be Speak Clearly, lesson number 13. I think you can benefit from studying that. I think lesson number 16 is also important. I think you can also benefit from studying lesson number 19. That focuses on the P and the B consonants. And then also lesson number 23, the T. You're not producing that sound with enough air, so I think it would be a good idea for you to take a look at that. Now, in the second part of my course, I recommend that you take a look at several different areas of this part of my course. Number one is pronunciation. You want to look at the lessons on word stress. Lesson number 29, 30, 31, and 32. So sometimes you're not putting the right stress in the right part of the word. For example, the word distance that I pointed out. Also, I think you need to work a little bit more on sentence rhythm. That's lessons number 33, 34, and 35. What that means is we want to stress certain words when we're speaking. In other words, we don't stress very much, and you have a tendency to put too much stress on almost every word that you say. So there's not good sentence rhythm with your pronunciation right now. Also, you want to study my lessons on intonation. Lesson number 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. And then finally, you can check out my lessons on thought groups and blending. I think that's also very, very important for you. That's lesson number 41, 42, 43, and 44. So if you go through those lessons, I think it's going to be very beneficial. Read out loud with me as I teach you the information in those videos. And that's called tracking. And at first, it will be hard for you to read out loud with me because you're not used to pronouncing all the sounds and the words and the academic words I'm using. But you will get better at it. And you will be able to improve your pronunciation. Now, I know and you know, we know that you cannot get better unless you practice. So the responsibility now lies on your head. You now know what's wrong. You know what you can do to get better. And now it's your responsibility to try to make some changes so that you can improve your pronunciation and your intelligibility of American English. So again, your score here is 2.8 out of 7. And in terms of our class, this means you will score around 74% on the final exam based on your intelligibility score. Alright, so again, these comments are for 1310. These are the last 4 digits of your student number. And have a great day.